What's up, Small Town Outdoors? Oh. Dale, what's up? Joe Walton. Stan's supposed to be popping in here in a minute to help me out with this, y'all. It's dragging and going live at the same time is a mess. Especially without autopilot. Texas Tiger.
What's up, Ryan?
What's up, buddy? Lucky Ronnie will be joining us here in a minute. He's right above me.
Right.
Looks like we got 7 people in here so far. I can't get it to where it'll show all the rods, so we're just going to have to watch one side, I guess. Can y'all hear me good and everything, Stan?
Yeah, you're loud and clear.
All right, good deal. Oh, Norm's in the house. How about that? I ain't seen Norm around nowhere besides Facebook in a while. Oh, I got one more rod to rig up. I was trying to do this earlier, and I started rigging a rod. And by the time I started rigging it, then I got one hung up because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, sorry about that. Of course, Stand 3 shows up right as we get going.
What's up, Kyle? I see Kyle Kessler, Frank Lampron. I don't know if I ever seen him. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Probably jack that name all the way up. Mike Turner in the house. We're out here dragging some baits today, Mike. A little after work trip.
Lucky Ronnie's going to be joining Ryan in just a few minutes.
Yeah, he's actually here. Y'all he's 100 yards away from me over there right now. He's trying to set rods out. I think he's going to try to pull 6 or 8 boards tonight. I don't know.
Well, we were out. Go ahead.
I said I've seen him pull 10 boards at one time dragging. I can 4, but that's about my limit.
We were out in our little John boat last night. We had 10 rods out. We were anchored up. We weren't drifting. But we had 10 out. And people were, how many rods you got out there?
If I'm dragging, I don't care to put out 4 planer boards and then 2 right behind the boat, and then 2 suspended rods. But that's about my limit.
Yeah.
And then
I'll stop back once I'm done. Okay. Let's see. Got Norm out there. Uncle Lou's in the house. Whiskers and Stripes. How's it going? Mike T. What's up, Mike T? How's it going? 15 people watching now. 8 thumbs up. If y'all can remember to hit that thumbs up. We're going to see us some catfish on here today.
I doubled up right here the other day. I had one that was pretty close to 50 and one that was about 20.
Woo! It sounds to me, and from what we've been seeing here too, the big boys are starting to get that fall pattern going. We've been on fish the past 2 nights in a row. And one thing we've been noticing is normally, James River fish are just huge. They're fat.
Yeah.
And these fish were not fat. So it's been weird. If y'all been watching, we've been having a tough time getting on some fish.
It's been the same way here for quite a while now.
Yeah, it'll be hit or miss. Like the one night we got 40, a lot of them were dinks, but we did get a 30-something and, some in the teens that night. But then 2 days later at that same spot, there wasn't, I think I got 4 fish.
That's fishing, though.
But I think that they're starting to feed now. I think that whatever was causing them to not really even feed much, because like I said, none of them James River fish got that big belly. These were sleek and they were mean. We got surviving with 812 catfishing. He says I'd be up there.
That's Joe Walton. He's one of my really good friends. He's actually got a really good YouTube channel. He's doing some changes on it right now and taking a little bit of a break, but
awesome. Well, I'll have to check him out then. He says I'd be up there with you soon, Ryan.
Yeah, me and him's been trying to fish together for like 2 years now, a year and a half. And it just never plays out to where we can get together.
That is how that works. That's why we were amazed that week where everybody, when you made it here, and Roger and Zach and Haz, everybody managed to make it up at the same week. That was just nuts how that worked out.
Never happens.
You know what it was? Because it was a last minute thing. Nothing was really planned. That's what it was.
Last minute. I didn't know until about 3 or 4 days before I came up that I was even coming.
That's how it worked. Because if you plan it ahead of time, something always comes up. Hey, we got Dale Hayslip out there. How's it going, Dale? Dale's saying Joe catches some big catfish. I know that.
Yeah, Joe can get on some monsters. And he can do it consistently too. I mean, he can do it week in and week out.
That is awesome. That's that takes time on the water and years.
He's got the years.
Norm, appreciate that. Norm said he shared it out on Facebook.
Appreciate you, Norm. Norm's another one I've been trying to fish with for a while and just can't never get up with.
Hey, you got Bumpin' Mike Greenwell stopping in. He was out there trying to catch some skipjack.
He probably got a big trip planned for tomorrow then.
Mike T dropping surviving with 812 catfishing link. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. You got Tiny Red and Lucky Ronnie in the house. How's it going?
Lucky Ronnie's probably telling me to let him in.
He just said sup.
I don't know if he's backstage or not. No, he's not backstage. We got some gizzard shad today, though. They're not real big, but they're all right.
Hey, I love that size there.
I just kind of fillet down one side of them and put the whole thing on there.
That's why I love that size there. Because to me, that's a natural, you talk about natural bait. That's what they're used to eating is that, that whole shad going down. Once Ronnie gets up here, we'll get the screens all repositioned, get that all set. When you're dragging baits and stuff, and you're out on the boat like that, there's enough other things to focus on. So Ryan asked if I would come up and do the chat, and they can handle the fishing. See if we can't put some catfish up in the boat for everybody tonight.
Ronnie's hollering at me to let him in.
Let me text him. Say, let me in.
You're on, Ronnie.
Sunny days here.
Now, Ryan, there should be even a way to you can even take me right off camera. This way everybody can see that y'all fishing.
Let me get these boards set and I'll try
Yep,
to do that.
yep. That's right. The fishing is what's most important.
Well, catching.
What's up, Ronnie? How you doing? That's true. It's the catching. It's the catching.
Catching's pretty important today.
It is to Ronnie anyway. He got beat the last time we were out here, so.
Wow, Ronnie, shots fired at you already.
What's that?
Who?
You didn't hear what he said? He said the catching is important to Ronnie anyhow, because he got beat the last time we were out here fishing together.
I didn't get skunked though.
Hey, Ryan, Uncle Lou is asking, does Ryan still need boards?
I definitely do. Ronnie's making me some too. Ronnie's actually getting into making some boards. That's what I'm pulling now is some Zach Royce and some that Ronnie made. But I definitely do. Just tell him to message me on Messenger.
All right, Uncle Lou, I don't know if you heard that, but Ryan said that you can get in touch with him on Messenger, please. Yeah, we were anchored last night and during our live, and like I said, we had 10 rods out on our little John boat, and there was all kinds of jokes about it. But if you got, you're anchored in current, you put your boards out, use varying weights of the sinkers. 10 rods on a little John boat is nothing. We didn't have any tangle ups.
And we get a lot of porcupine jokes.
Oh yeah, porcupine, hedgehog. One of my favorite ones was that looks like we were prepared for the zombie apocalypse. Like the boat would be having the stickers out, the points, rods, spears out there. That's what they were saying. So that was a good one. But we were covering such a big portion of the river. We had rods 90 degrees out on each side of the boat, and then all the way back to right behind the boat. So we were covering a huge amount of the river.
That's the way to do it.
We basically were from the ledge, the shallow ledge on one side of the channel, all through the channel to the ledge and shallow on the other side of the channel. Banking Cats is in the house. Appreciate that. Thank you. He said that was good. He loved last night. And hello to everyone. But yeah, y'all know on two stands we are almost from rods to the planer boards to the hooks, the tackle, the terminal tackle. We are almost all Uncle Lou and Brad Cobb. Surviving 812 says Lou makes great boards. He's won money with them, he says.
Yeah, Joe's won a few tournaments.
You know me, Ryan. I'm always looking for catfish information, so I will definitely check him out. Hey, there's our good friend Tim Molina in the house saying hello, Mr. Ryan and Lucky Ronnie. How's it going?
What's up, Tim?
So, Lucky Ronnie, what do you have for bait out there today? Ryan's got some shad. Are we using the same bait?
Yeah, I'm cutting some gizzard shad and just flaying them out and cutting the tails off.
Perfect, perfect. Got 16 people watching now. You got 10 thumbs up already. There we go. Thank you, Mike T. There's Mike T dropping the Uncle Lou's Facebook link.
All right, if I can do this without wrecking the boat, we'll see if we can pull Stan off and just have your voice.
There we go. Mike T, appreciate you dropping those links.
I don't know if that's any better or not, but it gives us the wide version anyway.
Yeah. Well,
That's how I'm saying.
trying to remember.
I can do it on my computer, but I don't know how to do it on my phone.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There is definitely a way to just pop me off. I just don't remember it from this side of it.
That looks pretty good, though. At least you
It
can
looks
get one.
great, buddy.
It looks a lot better than if me or Ronnie was on screen anyway.
Oh, shucks. We got Catfish Chris, KY Catfish Chris out there. How you doing tonight? I can't figure it out there, Ryan. There seems to be a bunch of Kentucky people out in chat.
Well, there could be. I don't know. Got to get my support from somewhere. It might as well be home.
There you go. Well, I appreciate what you do also. You do a great job out there. We got Solo Texan Adventures in the house. Ricky, how's it going? Saying hello, everyone. How's it going? Any fish caught yet? They are just getting set up. Going to be dragging some baits, and I'm going to be doing most of the talking. Mike Irvin says we're not all in Kentucky.
I don't think he's very far away though.
No, I don't believe so. I believe he is Indiana area, I think. Hooks and hammocks out there. Hooks, how's it going?
What's up, Chris?
All right.
Chris, hey, I didn't get to fish with him any. I had to work.
And so nobody gets nobody freaks out or thinks that I've gone through anything. When I do this later on, don't freak out. That's Jody. I'm doing a little something for her later on, so I'd already switched over my StreamYard. Tim, I believe that Greenwell did end. He was in here a little while ago saying hello, so I think he might have ended his stream.
Yeah, I think he was catching bait, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's what he, when I checked over there while I was waiting for you, I was down here and I checked in there. He was trying to get some skipjack with a sabiki rig. I tell you what, that's one thing I wish we had around here.
Skipjack.
Yeah.
We have.
Oh, go ahead.
We have them up on the Ohio. They're just not very easy to get.
Do they move around a lot up there?
Yeah, they're not ever really concentrated in one area.
Yeah. See, we have the. It's very similar. It looks almost identical to the skipjack. It's a hickory shad, and in the spring, around April, they make a run up the river. Hey, there's a green machine. Dan's out there.
What's up, Dan?
He's laughing. He says, "We do in April and May." Yeah. April and May they make the spring mating run. They come up river, and luckily we're allowed to catch them and use them on the James River. But they're like almost identical to skipjack. You fish for them the same way. Basic difference is your skipjack are a landlocked freshwater fish, and the hickory shad migrate from the saltwater.
Kind of like your all strappers and our strappers. They're the same thing, only different.
Yeah, that's right. They're the same but different. Surviving with 812 catfish and says, "I won't hold Kentucky against you, Ryan."
Nah.
It's about you, Ronnie. He'll hold it against you.
That's all right.
Yeah, well, Uncle Lou gave him the thumbs up, so I definitely got to check out his channel.
Yeah, he's been taking a little bit of a break here lately, but he'll be back soon enough.
Awesome. We got there's Chunky Cats fishing in the house.
What's up, Chunky?
Get on YouTube.
Sunfish Assassin made it in. How's it going? You got Catching Them Fish saying hello, everybody.
Sure was catching fish.
That's right.
I'm just dragging baits right now.
Instead of fishing, you're out there wishing.
Yeah.
But that's what's great about catfishing. One fish can make an entire trip.
I fish for that one bite.
Yep.
I've yet to get it one day.
Hey, you got Betty. Couples cross fishing out there. How's it going? Good to see you. But yeah, and that's basically,
Yeah.
you got bank and boat and kayak and everything else, but I think a lot of times it breaks down to what your target actually is. Like there's the people that you just go out there for the biggest fish that's in the water, and that's what they want to catch.
Lately, mine's been bait.
I feel you, man. I was starting to think I forgot how to fish for a while there.
Yeah, I was getting ready to sell my poles.
And that's why you keep looking on Facebook, eBay, etc. Because we're not the only ones that feel that way, and some people actually go through with it, and they dang near give it away.
That depresses me a lot, though. I see all them people catching those big fish.
Well, it's it's like anything else. Starts with just learning about them, putting the time out there, and it may take years. And you see the people that are getting them consistently. They're in a spot where they can go out there and do it, and B, they put the time in to know where those fish are moving and when they're moving there.
I'm telling you, man, for numbers, I've never seen anywhere produce like the Tennessee River does. And they've got good fish too, but as far as numbers of decent fish, there's not a place in the country, I don't think, that keeps up with it. Maybe the Potato River.
Yeah, the Potomac there, they've got a bunch of fish up there. I think the size is starting to grow up there also. And sometimes it's just one of the biggest things with the size of fish in a certain system. There's the commercial fishing and et cetera, things like that, but it's just as far as natural things. Number one thing is a food source. In order for fish to get, trophy size, there has to be a sustainable food source for them to grow that size. There has to be, the right type of depth and water structure, etc. So taking away the how commercial fishing and things like that can hurt your fishery.
And
But
other guys really hurt this lake.
Yeah. Banking Cats just said, I just realized they're on completely different boats. That background is so much alike.
We're about 100 yards apart right now, going down the lake right beside each other. I don't know if y'all will be able to see him or not, but he's right in the middle of my screen right there.
Yep.
Oh, I'm getting hung up.
Hey, there's somebody you'll know that's out there. There's Circle Hook Production came in.
What's up, Clint?
And got Fishing with the Chad has made it in. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, somebody remind me before we run into Chad's show.
We got 2 hours.
Okay, I don't want to run into his time there,
Yeah, that's kind of what we did last night. We waited till we went out there a little bit later, and we went live, I think 11ish. This way the Patriot James was over, and there was other people out fishing, and then LG Bass and Pontoon Jody, they started a new a new talk show last night. They had real-time catfishing on theirs, their first guest.
They stay up too late for me.
Chad says, "Stan, don't lie. I was just waiting to make sure Chad was asleep." Yeah, my sleep schedule is I just don't bother with it.
Non-existent.
Yeah, I'll sleep one day or like one night. I'm able to sleep, and then it'll be like a week or so, and a couple hours here and there.
This live stream is so slow. You just not gonna do it. Yours is slow.
I got a feeling Lucky Ronnie's going to live up to his name tonight. Lucky.
He was calling me Lucky Ryan that day.
Tim Molina says, "I like my afternoon nap anymore."
I like any time of nap anymore.
Sean Stubbs saying, "Hope y'all catch a monster fish."
Shawn Michael.
Sean is saying, "Yes, sir. Get on him, Lucky Ronnie." Well, Banking Cats, I'm glad that you asked that. He was asking what orange rods I have back here. These are the Uncle Lou rods. This one here is a medium action, 7.5 foot medium action. Some of the other ones are medium heavies. But this rod right here is what we caught the 222-pound sturgeon on. Uncle Lou said we could retire the rod. But yeah, these are the Uncle Lou rods. You can get them through Facebook, through the Uncle Lou's Tackle Facebook link. I love those rods. Hooks and Hammocks is saying, "Tell Ronnie and Ryan I caught one the other day and it was on a creek chub."
Did he leave some creek chubs at the house for me?
Yeah. We both rocking.
He about turned over my Uncle Lou light right there.
Banking Cat said, "I just switched to Mad Cats from Whisper Seeker." I like those Uncle Lou's and that lighting. Yeah, the Uncle Lou's, great rods. It's basically most of the rods you can't go wrong with. You got, Chris Flores with the Muddy River rods.
That's what all mine are.
Yep. I mean I like the flathead rod. LG Bass has the Blue Cat rod. I'd like to get one or two of those, but
so this bottom rod right here, I can't get the chunky on it. That's the medium action channel cat rod. I like those for suspending. And then the next one up is the flathead rod. And then the next one is a blue cat rod. And then the last one is a another flathead rod.
Well, there you go.
I like the blue cat rods better for pulling boards. They've got a lot better action to them for pulling boards. Now, if I'm just dragging them straight on the boat, I like the flathead rods.
I can't hear him that good.
There you go. The thing I like about the Muddy River rod, if you get one in your hand, the handles are awesome.
Yeah, I've about wore the handles off of mine. They're only good for about a year worth of 40 and 50 hour weeks fishing.
Yep. Yeah, but for most people, a year of that's like a decade or more to a lot of people that ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I do with rods in a year, most people won't do in their life.
Yeah, I would concur, my friend. I mean, some of us will come close, but yeah, I would concur.
No, I'm looking fine.
Ronnie he's probably pretty close. About the same amount of hours a week that I put in out here. Sometimes more, maybe.
Yes, surviving 812 catfishing. Yeah, Uncle Lee Reed. He has on face. He's got a Uncle Lou's tackle on Facebook. Like I said, we caught this is one we caught the 222-pound sturgeon on. Uncle Lou's had some pictures of a video of someone catching a 71-pound blue cat on a medium light rod.
Yeah, I'm like Mike Turner. I want to know how much Roger's selling the blue cat rods for, because they're not in stock anywhere. I'm sponsored by Chris and can't get them, so. He did say he would probably have more of the all of his rods at Kansas City. That's what he's shooting for. So, and I will actually be at Kansas City if anybody watching's going. Hit me up. I'll be there with Daniel Rimar from Never Lost Anchors.
Awesome. Another great company there.
Which brings me to another point. I'm next week's show, I probably won't be on the water. It'll probably just be a live show from the house like I usually do, or I usually try to do. I'm thinking the name of it will be something about pro staff. I'm going to get a few people on there to talk about pro staff and what being pro staff means to them. So y'all look out for that.
Yeah, that's a good idea, because I'd probably be interested in looking into that. But yeah, Never Lost Anchors, that's what we use on the on our little John boat. We got a Never Lost Anchor here in the James River, and that thing, that holds. And you don't have to worry about, some of them where you get that grapple type anchor, you got to worry about it getting stuck in a lot of the current, the structure. And, you're dealing with current.
I lost one Never Lost Anchor, and I was pulling a boat trailer out of the lake with it, and I had it tied solid. I didn't have the breakaway on it. And, I ran his boat. I've actually got a video of us pulling it out on my channel. A guy lost a truck and boat and trailer and all off at the boat ramp, and we pulled it out. And I used my anchor off the back of my buddy's boat and fished it down around the back of the trailer, and then ran the rope over to a truck. Rope broke and I lost my anchor.
Oh my goodness. So the anchor worked, it was the rope.
Well, it was the fact that I was misusing it. It was tied solid. It didn't have a breakaway on it at all.
Yeah. But with the rods, they're most of the rods are good. It's going to be your personal preference. The Mad Cats are great rods. The Big Cat Beavers, the Uncle Lou's, the Muddy River.
I was trying to point at Ronnie's rods. He's running some Mad Cats rods there. I can't see which ones they are though.
I got the puzzle rods and I got the whisker seekers.
Whisker Seeker, that's another one. It basically breaks down to your personal preference, and with some of those things, like with Uncle Lou, you're dealing with Uncle Lou. Muddy River, Chris stands behind his stuff. Mad Cats, I can't remember his name, but a lot of people love that he stands behind his. So
Matt, I can't remember his name now either.
Yeah, Aaron Catfish Regulators is going to kill me for that, but yeah, that's his. They've got a bunch of loyal fans.
I think it's Matt Knight, if I'm not bad wrong.
That sounds right.
Knight.
And that's what's awesome about CatCon, is you can actually get out there and see a bunch of the different products, a bunch of the different rods, get them in your hands.
my buddy Shane, the first year I ever got into catfishing, we went to CatCon. And that's what I told him. I was like, man, I'm just going to wait till I go up there to get any more gear because I want to go up there and be able to feel the rods. He said, oh, God, you're one of them rod fondlers, ain't you?
Hey, that's what your friend's for.
Over the internet, you can't feel it. You can't check the action on it. It's.
Yep. And each one's got their own pros and cons, and we got Brian B. Catfishing in the house. What's up, Brian B? Muskrat Adventures, Roger's out there. Off. Go ahead, Ryan.
I guess we can't call Brian B. Dinkin anymore, can we? Since he's catching good fish now.
That's right. Catching the nice ones. But of course, we still can call him whatever we want to call him. It just
it just don't fit anymore.
Yeah, he's been getting on the nice ones lately.
That sun's going down. It's time to get the bibs on.
I brought my heater.
I'll be on your boat in a minute.
Brian B's, he's got a PB up there before he started doing the YouTube, 70 pounds.
That's a monster.
Muskrat Adventure says a lot of personal preference. Yep. Muskrat Adventures, Roger saying even a blind squirrel finds some big nuts sometimes.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's I was looking for my picture. I hear you, 812. That's
your picture of a sturgeon. Somebody said you caught
Uncle. Yeah. Well, Surviving with 812 says he's been wanting to switch. His brand name has yet to acknowledge the fish that he's caught using their product. And I was going to show. Uncle Lou sent me he had it blown up into an actual painting of where I was with Dan and Stand 3, and we're over the top of the sturgeon, and Uncle Lou had that done and sent to me, so that's how much he appreciated that being caught on an Uncle Lou rod. Yeah, Roger, I did. I caught a 222-pound sturgeon. You might have heard about it. Gene Tillman in the house. How's it going, Gene? But that's especially as you keep growing and you get more. What's the word I'm looking for? The more your channel grows, the more things you're doing, the more times you're out there supporting that other product. Surviving 812 Catfishing says it's all what you're comfy with and what you got faith in. And I think that's such a true statement. And I think that's why you'll see, I'll just bring out one of the biggest debates in catfishing or fishing in general is braid and mono.
My rods are half and half right now.
So you haven't quite decided yet, huh?
I like the braid, but in order to pull planer boards, I don't like the way it does in the clips. Now, Ronnie's got different clips that I started using that it works all right in. But when you go to mono for dragging baits, you got to have a bigger reel. That's why I've got 7,000s on some and 6,500s on some. The mono, when you put it on there, you've got to have a lot more line capacity.
Yeah, that's true. And, you know, in my opinion, like, yes, mono is better for certain things, braid's better for certain things. But whatever you have the most confidence in, that's what's going to work better for you in most situations. I've lost some big, big, big fish on braid. So I am just so tainted against braid that I don't have confidence in it. So I won't fish it the same way that I would fish mono, which I have a lot more confidence in.
And
I think
mono's got stretch. And I don't like the stretch in the line for the hook set. I like to have the stretch in the line when I'm fighting the fish, but I don't like the stretch in the line for the takedown and the hook set. That hook set braid is instant.
Yep, I hear you. I understand what you're saying.
There's advantages and disadvantages to what you're doing and when you're doing it and what you're using.
And where you're fishing and you know, here in the James, Roger just said, Stan and I are mano y mano. Muskrat said, Ryan is afraid of commitment. And Fishing with Fishing with the Chad just dropped Uncle Lou's Facebook link. Appreciate that, Chad. Thank you. And that's how you get in contact with Uncle Lou about any of his rods, planer boards, hooks, demon dragons, or spooks, beads, swivels. All of your catfish terminal tackle needs you can find right there with Uncle Lou.
Chad said Ryan doesn't trust Ohioans. Oh, there's a fish. Let go. Can y'all see the planer boards? Just barely one of them.
I could see that one right above your bottom rod, just in front of the reel.
That got hit.
Hang-ups don't count.
No, it wasn't a hang-up. It wasn't a big fish, but it was a hit. A fish is a fish, Ronnie. Mike Turner said he's from Iowa. He's up there next to Spencer. There he goes.
Get it, Ryan. Get it.
Get off. Get off.
Boy, you can always count on your friend for that support, right, Ronnie?
He's got my boards.
Hey, Hogleg Catfishing's joined us. Thanks for coming in. Fishing with the Chad says, yes, Ohioans are on the trust list.
That's the wrong side of the river.
Oh, did I say that wrong? Iowans are on the trust list, not Ohioans. That's too many Ios for me.
Ryan Scott said, I can't let you show us up.
Well, I got a bite so far, so I'm winning.
I've done had 3. I just ain't said nothing about it.
Greenwell Fishing says there will only be one other bumping rod I will use after they come out. It's the Uncle Lou's bumping rod.
That's what I'm kind of looking and shopping for right now is a bumping rod. And Chris don't make one, so And
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in that technique.
I've never actually done any bumping with a bumping rod. I've done it with these rods, but as far as using an actual bumping rod, I don't know what I want in one, so it's hard to shop around.
Then that's what's good about the CatCon too, is where you can actually go get some actual bumping rods and talk to some people that actually do it on a regular basis. You can kind of learn what you need. That's a great way to do it. Surviving with 812 catfish and saying it's braid for him all the way, but he runs 4-strand, 100-pound, big difference.
Yeah, he runs reaction too. That's the same braid I run.
Reaction tackle. All right. Well, I don't mind being proven wrong. And I think the 4-strand, the 100-pound make a difference.
And that's something else. That's another positive about braid. You can run double the size of braid that's half the size and still get your line capacity. But if you're fishing in structure, braid is not the way to go.
Yeah.
See, here I do a lot of fishing in mud flats and mud bottoms, and there's no structure there to really cut your line.
Yeah. Here in the James, I was in the Tacticat even, where you were supposed to start with the smallest fish you could catch and move your way up. I had a 1-pound something fish that actually frayed my main. I think I had a 40-pound main big game on, and that 1-pound fish had actually found structure enough to nick and stuff up, tear up the main line right up above the swivel, right up above the leader. And that was only a 1-pound fish, so that there is definitely quite a bit of structure around where I fish here in the James. Muskrat Adventure says, we are catfishing, which equals structure.
Not always. Not always.
Muskrat Adventure saying, if Uncle Lou would have been a little quicker, my PV would have been on it. 812 catfishing said, this Hoosier solid. 29 awesome people watching now. Thank you very much, everybody. But yeah, Stan 3. My son Stan 3, he loves using braid.
How's that work out? You don't like it and he loves it.
Hey. That's kind of that. Well, you always gotta, how you try to do things, you want to prove your father wrong or that you do things better. And so I think that's kind of a little bit of that.
Uh-oh, here comes the heater.
Yeah, Dan and Stan 3 haven't been pulling out the heater. They've just been bringing the Coleman stove.
Mike said he pulls fish out of lily pads all the time and yanks pads and all up. Yeah, Mike, that's all right. But when you get in rocks and sticks, that's sharp, it'll cut that braid on you. I've had it happen a bunch of times. I can't say that using mono would have helped, but I do know mono is a little more resistant to it.
For those lilies and things like that, there's nothing better than braid. Braid is perfect for.
It'll actually cut through them some too instead of wadding up again.
Yeah, because when I used to fish in upstate New York, I would use braid for bass and pike and we fished a lot of that type of structure, lily pads and weed edges and weed beds and things like that. We didn't fish as much, like there wasn't as much heavy, sharp rock. And 812 Catfishing says it's more abrasive resistant. For me, I have no problem dragging structure or fishing flood waters and heavy current. Equals what you're comfortable with and have faith in. Yep.
And see, that brings up another point. Mono versus braid on current. You can use a lighter sinker with braid than you can mono because the line don't have as much resistance against the water. So, I mean, it's it just keeps it's unlimited.
Buck Williams said, Stan 3 just uses braid so that I won't borrow his rods. This is true. This is true.
Never stop me.
Shade Tree Catfishing says, I prefer mono, but I'm old, so that could be some of it too. I think the older school we had mono, Stren and Trilene. That was or
Yeah, he's still after it.
I'm trying to think what the other one was back in the day.
He hit it again.
Trilene was big back in the day.
Yep.
Let's slow it down a little.
Spider wire, that used to be a big one. I guess it still is.
All right, 812 Catfishing is jumping out of here. Got to go home, cook these boys some supper. Long couple days. Rest for a bit. Love y'all. 812, I'll definitely be checking out your channel. I like to learn as much info as I can about fishing, especially catfish. Now that's what we've been targeting. Yeah, Buck Williams, silver thread, low diameter, and then when was it? I think in the 80s or 90s they had Trilene had the ultra thin.
They had that ultra smooth casting back in the day. There's been all kinds of marketing gimmicks online in the last 20 years.
Yep.
Uh-oh, we got some marks under the boat.
Ronnie's jumping up there.
He's locked and loaded. I see him. He's got his hand on the reel and everything over there, ready to go.
Yeah. Well, I definitely will, Chad. I'll definitely be checking that out.
Come on, fish.
That fish just playing with his emotions. Bluegrass State of Mind is in the house. Thank you, Chad. Boom. There we go. I just hook set 812 Catfishing. Fishing with the Chad said, I hope Ronnie don't let Ryan touch his gear. Might not be so lucky anymore. Oh, without a doubt, Mr. Tim Molina says, Stan 3 takes a lot of guff, but I would be proud to have him or someone like him to take me fishing, and I totally agree. As I've said many times, without Stan 3, And since this past summer, Dan, I wouldn't be able to be out there doing the things that I do and that I love to do. So I could never thank them enough. Fishing with the Chad says, Tim Molina, if you move out here, you can be my adoptive dad and I'll take you fishing. Fish and Cooking Mike Chavez is in here. Hey everyone, what's the score? Well, right now it's tie. Well, actually, right now the fish are winning, Mike, but but the game is just getting started. Muskrat says Chad wants to call Tim Molina daddy. Oh my goodness. Ryan, you just never know what you hear out in chat. You just never know where it's going to go.
Chad being in my streams sometimes.
As long as we don't start talking about magical deep holes and all right, Buck. Well, Buck Williams saying one of you guys need to help out Steve Adams with his lives. It was wonking out on him today.
More than likely, it's a service issue. But if he'll hit me up, I'll be glad to help him.
Yep, if we only knew some people that had some experience with doing lives.
Yeah. I don't know if oh, he let go.
Yeah, Muskrat, he was out fishing today. He was out fishing live. Brian B. Turn off the vacuum. All I hear is Stan talking about magical deep hole. All right, Mike Greenwell saying he's home. Got to get the puppy dog out and eat. Chad, we're fishermen. We're always looking for those magical deep holes, Stan. Oh my goodness. But Tim Molina, thank you very much. I totally agree, and thank you for the awesome comment. Thank you. Fishing with the Chad. Did y'all see Chunky's video of his magical deep hole? 80 feet deep.
But did it have fish in it?
I believe it did. I caught some nice ones. Muskrat Adventure says at 8 p.m. stop in on Fishing with the Chad for more BS. He meant bait shop, not what you all were thinking of, BS. Bait shop.
Mountain Dew break.
And there you go. Do the do, baby.
Do the do.
Have your people call my people.
Woo! I'm on the right stream today. All right, Brian. Brian B said he'll be listening. He's got to go get the kid from the gym.
Tell him watch it with that gym talk.
Speaking of Chris, there he is. Muddy River Catfishing in the house. How's it going, Chris? Great to see you.
What's up, Chris? He said, how much for a blue wrench? 4 blue cat rods.
I don't know, Ryan. That's pretty bad. You haven't given your own sponsor a wrench yet.
Yeah.
So that's a funny story. I was on the phone with Mark, and he was helping me to figure out how to give people wrenches. He was telling me how to do that. Well, I got a work call and had to quit. And I never went back and saw the rest of my moderators on my YouTube channel. It's actually a lot harder to set than everybody thinks it is.
Yeah, well, if you're not, when you're not doing things through YouTube, you can go in, like right now, if you had another device pulled up where you could go up on YouTube, and you could click on his thing and add the wrench.
I can do it from my computer. I just can't do it from my phone. Is
Right.
What I ran into. Look, man, I'm coming that way. I'm pointed right at you. He cut me off to get that fish.
Fish on.
Oh, he's coming over here to my side. I got off. Not so lucky.
Now, Ryan, do you know how to do like the solo layout when somebody gets a fish and things like that?
He's off.
Yeah. If I didn't have my phone in behind, it's in behind this phone.
I hear you. All right, I was just checking.
I've got it turned around, and that makes it to where I can't get to it.
Right, but that's what we try to do is have it so if I got something else to do, chat.
I'm not giving Ronnie solo layout to beat me.
Tim Molina, going right out there with me, saying Ryan, the man sponsors you, and he doesn't even get a wrench. Sad. That is sad.
Chris will get a wrench. Tell him not to feel bad. Steve don't have one either.
All right, Mike Chavez, we'll see you later. Fishing with the Chad says, on behalf of Kentucky, I apologize for Ryan's actions towards other states.
Chad's actually close to Ohio, so he's borderline one he actually lives in. How he's acting that day is whether we'll claim him from Kentucky or not.
Chris said he's going to get a shirt made that says future member of the Blue Wrench Squad. Well, I know I'm not sponsored by Chris. Yeah, he has a blue wrench on my channel. I'm just saying.
You're not
Hey,
helping.
I know. That's what friends are for, right? That's the best part of being a friend with somebody.
Yeah.
But I will say, you did a great job of promoting your sponsor's product there. When we were going over the different types of rods, you did a great job of explaining the differences and what you like to do with each one. So I will give you that much. You really did a great job with that.
Every rod has its purpose. Now, I may end up dragging with that medium rod right there some days just because it's rigged and the rest of them ain't. Because I'm something like a semi-professional avoider at rigging rods. That's why I carry 6 on the kayak. I only use 4 at a time, but I've got 2 rigged up and ready to go, so I don't have to re-rig them on the water.
Brian V is saying, yeah, Chris is blue on mine too. Mike Turner is saying, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's blue on mine too. We're doing everybody out there just really getting behind Ryan here, showing him the love and support.
Yeah. I'm so glad I got all these friends out there in YouTube land. I don't know what I'd do without them. Sit out here and talk to myself and play on my phone like I normally do. I
guess so.
There's been important decisions made out here where I'm at right now.
So how you, speaking of that, how you doing to adjust into the boat life?
I like it. I'm not willing to give up my kayak just because when I caught those fish the other day, had that fish been on the kayak, it would have been a whole lot more fun of a fight. There's a fish. He didn't get it. But it would have been a whole lot more fun on the kayak than just standing on the boat and cranking it in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But if it wasn't for having to take my trolling motor off my boat and put it back on my kayak, I'd be on my kayak now.
Muddy River catfishing. Chris says, Hook, first of all, Hook said that he's blue. Chris is blue on his channel also. So Chris throws out there, thank you to everyone that has taken the time to give me a blue wrench. It truly means a lot to me. It really shows how much you value our friendship.
I'm going to have Chris a blue wrench and present it to him at
there
KC.
You go. You definitely need a video of that. So you got video evidence of it.
Go live and present Chris with his blue wrench.
There you go. Muskrat says, I don't think Chris has even ever been on my channel, and he still has a blue wrench there.
No.
That's too funny. Muskrat Adventures says, Chris for the burn.
Faulting me for my YouTube ignorance.
Let's see. KY Redneck Outdoors says, I'm a semi-pro cat fisherman, and I learned everything I know from John Parker.
Ain't John Parker the dude that can't fish worth a lick?
Yep. The professional catfish angler.
That guy can't fish worth a lick.
Gene Tillman wants to know, are they 10mm wrenches?
No, we don't give up 10 millimeters. They're always missing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where they're all at. YouTube got all the 10.
Somebody done took them and painted them all blue, handed them out.
Oh.
That would be funny, giving him the blue wrench on a live.
Oh, that's happening.
I will. I can't wait to see that one. That'll be good.
If I've got service at Kansas City, it'll be live.
Oh, that's too funny. So we got 35 awesome people watching now. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Truly appreciate that. 33 thumbs up. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, if you're having a good time enjoying what's going on, please hit that thumbs up out there. It truly helps the channel. It's one of the easiest ways that you can help support a channel is hit that thumbs up for them.
And it's free.
And it's free. And it's fun.
That's all right.
You know, you'd think as a YouTuber, that would be one of the first things I do when I click on somebody's stream, and I'll be sitting there watching for an hour and then somebody will say something. There goes a fish on the suspended rod. He's out running the boat.
Come on, come on.
He let go.
Oh.
Those were usually.
Muskrat Adventure says that explains some things. Yeah, I do that too. I try to now. What I've tried to start doing is, if I'm going in, I most of the time I just watch only the people that I know and have hook set to and spend some time with and stuff. But so I know I'm going to enjoy what they're doing. I try to hit that thumb as soon as I go in. But same thing. I'll be in there for an hour, and all of a sudden somebody will say, "Hey, hit that thumbs up," and you're like, "Did I ever?" And you go ahead and check, and sure enough. Tim Molina, all I know is I sure would like to fish this weekend. Hint, hint, hint.
Come on, Tim. I got a lawn chair on my boat for you.
Yeah, I would love to fish with Tim one day. Actually, Tim and I actually did fish against one another back when probably 10, 11 months ago already now. And Chris Flores was Tim's Joey and Stan 3 was mine. Well, long story short, I was doing pretty good there for a little while, but they beat me. Tim whooped up on me. 2 hours later, Tim says. Yeah, I'm not very good at keeping a long story short. That usually doesn't happen.
That's not what we pay you for.
Yeah. Jay Fox Hunter in the house. How you doing, Jay? Good to see you. Big supporter out there. We got 37 awesome people watching already, Ryan.
That's awesome. I never get that many in a stream. Everybody's bored today, ain't they?
Yeah. Well, Mike's live ended, and
It's because I got Lucky Ronnie out here on the stream with me today.
That's what did it. He's writing the title, so everybody's like, "I got to go check this out." Lucky Ronnie's there. We might catch some fish. Shade Tree catfishing out there. How's it going? Good to see you. And that's the other thing that if you want to help a channel is share the video out. Whether if you have the community tab and you do it through there, or you do it to a Facebook group or
There's
whatever.
Fish.
But yep, hitting the thumbs up, sharing it out. That's two of the ways that you can really help support a channel. That'll get more people showing up. Solo Texan says, "I'm just here for Stan and want to hear his sturgeon story." No, wait, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Wait, Stan has a sturgeon story?
Yeah, believe it or not, I caught a 222-pound sturgeon on this medium action Uncle Lou rod right here. Hey, and there's another dude without a blue wrench.
Who's
Steve
that?
Douglas, the catfish dude. So what's happening this evening, fellas?
Well, we're just out here dragging some baits on Taylorsville, Steve.
and trying to get Ryan in some trouble.
Yeah, over people not having blue wrenches on my channel. Like Steve.
That's awesome. It's good to see Steve in.
I'll be seeing you in Kansas City, Steve.
And Steve's asking, where is the kayak?
It's sitting at the house with the trolling motor took off of it because it's on the boat. I set the boat up for the couples tournament because Lindsay wanted to do it. So I set the boat up for it. And normally when I would come out on the boat with her, I would just cast my rods out. I didn't even have rod holders on it then. I just would cast them out, turn the bait clickers on, and anchor up. And she wanted to do the couples tournament. And I said, well, if we're going to do it, I'll go ahead and put some rod holders on the boat. And that turned into rod holders and a fish finder and lights and a trolling motor and carrying holders and seats.
Steve Douglas is saying, upgraded, eh? Hey, you got Bex, no real losses in the house. How's it going? Great to see you.
Want to hit that suspended rod?
KY Redneck Outdoors wants to know, said, ask Ryan if I can come and drag baits behind him so I can learn something John Parker can't fish worth a lick. Yeah, sometimes that boat can add a second mortgage.
The boat, I actually got this boat gave to me by my uncle. And I was bass fishing when he gave it to me. So I actually had the boat before I had a nice kayak. There's a bite. I had a cheap kayak and then got the boat, and I was bass fishing, like I said, and then I got into kayak catfishing tournaments. So I kind of just left the boat behind and only used it when the family wanted to come out. And now we're bass fishing or catfishing from the boat. I've got two rods getting hit at the same time.
There you go. And Steve Douglas, catfish dude. So has anyone caught any fish? What's the score? Well, right now it's tie.
Right
and
now,
the fish. There you go.
That's what
now,
you're going to fishing this lake, though. They come out here today and they'll be on fire in this spot, and you come out here tomorrow and not get a bite in it.
Now that brings up a point. Now you were using or do you have different size bait out there? What's some things that people do? Like you've been having some hits, they just haven't taken it all the way.
Yeah, and I'm not downsizing to catch fish. You know what I mean? I'm not downsizing baits to catch small fish. I got big baits on everything I got.
There you go. And that's kind of what we were talking about before. It depends on, that's what you're looking for. You want that big fish. You're not really caring about numbers. Some people want to get some numbers in there, so they might downsize one or two. That's what it's all about. So the answer to Steve's question is, anybody caught any fish? No, there's been no fish caught yet.
No, definitely winning right now.
But there is. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to get my light turned on here.
All right. They have been getting some hits. The hits have been picking up here a little bit. Beck, sorry to hear that. She says, sorry we ain't live tonight. I managed to fillet one of my knuckles with a Swiss Army knife today. Got to keep the finger straight and clean. Well, I hope that heals up quick for you there, Bex. Get you back out on the water as soon as possible. Tiny Red says, no fish yet.
Nope, no fish.
Steve's saying we are losing daylight time.
Got the fish of the day.
Yes, I think we turn the clocks back this weekend. I believe we losing even more daylight. So yes, y'all heard before that Ryan will be going to the Cat Con that's coming up here. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. I myself won't be able to make it that far, but I will definitely be to the one the beginning of next year, the one that's in Kentucky. I cannot wait for that. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, I managed to take a chunk out of one of my fingers a week or so ago. Luckily, that healed up pretty quick. No, Bex, that's what you got to do. Steve Douglas, Catfish Dude. Who is Ronnie? Who's Ronnie Beckley, YouTuber? Thank him for his support with the monster rod holders. Well,
I fished the
Ronnie,
Jack too.
Ronnie, Steve, that is Lucky Ronnie fishes out there, the same lake with Ryan, a friend of Ryan's.
That's probably my best friend in the world right there.
Well, Steve Douglas wanted to thank him for putting monster rod holders on there.
Yeah, I love them. It's the only way to go.
He rocks. That is true, Tim. We do gain morning time.
Who wants time in the morning? Who's that guy?
Steve Douglas says, Lucky Ronnie, he must be lucky. Well, they haven't caught a fish yet, though. So we'll see. We'll see.
Lucky Ronnie has the biggest fish I've ever seen pulled out of Taylorsville Lake. It's actually on my channel. I can't even remember the title of the video. Ronnie, you remember it?
Yeah, I got a video too. Yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie's got video of it on his channel.
Seemed like I remember I got there 15 minutes later. I caught the monster.
Yeah, and then left 3 hours early.
Steve is asking, how big is it? Or was it?
60-pound scales, and it bottomed them out, and its tail wasn't even close to being off the ground yet. It was, 53 inches long? We didn't get a girth measurement on it, but I'd say it was well over 70. Well over. You can pull up the video, Steve, and look at it. It's one of my older videos. I can't even remember bank fishing with Lucky Ronnie or something. I've got 2 videos back to back, bank fishing with Lucky Ronnie, and it's the first one.
I tell you one thing that I've learned recently, and back in the Iron Cat when I was fishing that first Iron Cat, and Creole won that Hydra Web 150 from Monster Rod Holders.
Yeah,
and he can fit in that. And then I've been fishing. We go out fishing with Dan with Green Machine, and he's got the Hydra Web 80, which is a beautiful. That's a big size net. That'll handle just about any catfish that you have.
So this is the 40.
I think I'm dragging one.
40 that I got for my kayak.
One in that middle area.
And I mean, I've had no trouble putting 50-pound fish in the net.
Well, we do not have a monster net, and the difference in Green Machine's net and the one we were using was night and day. It's amazing the difference.
Yeah, and actually,
we had go ahead. I'm sorry.
Dan actually took his and stuffed it full of pool noodles so it'll float.
Yes.
So if he drops it out of the boat or on the kayak or something, it'll float. And I need to take mine apart and do that. I'm just like I said about rigging rods, I'm too lazy to get up and do anything.
But yeah, we lost a 60. Well, we lost a big fish the other night because it was in the net, or mostly in the net, and just shot right back out of it. So big shout out. Anybody looking for a net, definitely check out the nets on Monster Rod Holders, the Hydra Webs. They are awesome, awesome nets. Having used them and something else, you can definitely tell the difference.
Steve's actually coming out
Go
with
ahead.
a measuring board for tournaments too, so you can measure your fish for to make sure for slot tournaments or what have you. I don't know if he's got that out yet or not, but he's got it marketed.
That's awesome. Rhonda McDaniel, great to see you coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you watching me out there last night. Yes, I am much warmer tonight. We were out till, 4 or 5 in the morning. It was chilly. Chilly
now.
Hear the story from Lucky Ronnie about that fish. He said he knows exactly where he caught it. There's another one, Hagen Grubbs.
Hagen Grubbs in the house. How you doing, Hagen? Great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Ronnie, Steve wants you to tell the story about how you caught that fish.
His comment was, you caught that fish right off that dock on Possum Ridge? That is awesome. Tell me the story, please, Lucky Ronnie.
It was chowning.
Shut up.
We homestead that spot. I caught my 3 personal bests there.
That's our winter time. It's too cold to go out in the kayak or the boat. We go down there and build a fire and sit on the bank. And plus, it's the closest ramp to our house.
And boom, there you are. 40 people watching now. 40 thumbs up. If you're out there and you like what's going on, please hit that thumbs up out there. Huge help. It does help the channel. Thank you. Let's see. Steve says chowning in with a question mark.
Chowning Lane boat ramp.
Shh, it's a secret.
Alicia fishes there a lot. She fishes off the bank there a lot.
She catches bait a lot. I'll still try to catch bait, and I'll give her bait, and she'll still keep trying to catch bait.
Hey, like I said, some people, that's what gets them is catching numbers of fish, and she does that. So
yeah, she's out here though. She'll get a big one day.
Yep. Yeah, it's about time on the water. Tiny Red said he lost a pole there also. Just saying.
Yeah, I got it back a year later. I was dragging and hooked my line.
I guess that's why you should have been using monster rod holders then.
I was bank fishing.
I did a weird one down there one day. I pulled a professional kayak catfish cast, and we were on the bank, but I casted and backlashed my reel, and it broke my rig off when it caught tight. And when I did that, I lost the rig. I re-rigged the rod, casted it back out, and I didn't like where it landed, so I pulled it back in. I actually pulled my rig in that I had just lost.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what the chances in that was, but it's got to be astronomical.
Mike Turner dropping the monster rod holders link. Thank you very much for dropping that in there, Mike. Shade Tree Catfishing says 2 of the 6 rod holders on the back of my boat are monster. I like them better than the other guys. For one, the mounting stems are in the middle of the rod holder.
Yeah, and if you'll look, I don't know how good you can see it. Golly, a cart about jumped in the boat. You can actually take like the 3345s, and I'm running 2 rods in the same rod holder right there. And that's perfect for pulling boards when you can put 2 at a time in there like that, because it keeps your rods kind of close together but spaced apart enough to where they're not getting tangled up if you do get a fish on.
Right. Steve Douglas is asking, where is Ryan and Lucky Ronnie fishing on TV? Seems dark on screen.
We're between Chowning and Van Buren. On the upper end.
Bex from No Real Loss says that she did that same thing at the DC meet and greet. We got, let's see, somebody else came in. Mike Turner saying, hello, Cruz. We got Fishing Cooking with Mike Chavez saying, I have all monster rod holders on my boat, Hydronet, and 2 monster anchors. Awesome products. Yeah, I know. I tell you what, Tim, that's awesome. Tim Molina says, Hagen Grubbs, Steve Douglas, and Chris Flores. The stars of the night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Kentucky.
And here I am, skunk.
About fell down. Whew. Got the boat shakes.
But like I said, that's going to happen sometimes when you're fishing for bigger fish. You might not necessarily get the numbers, but when you do get it hooked up, that is usually going to be a bigger fish. Lucas Pennington in the house. Thanks for joining us, Lucas. Says, hey, all, how goes the fishing? Well, Lucas, right now the fish are winning, but Ryan and Lucky Ronnie are out there giving it their all. They've had some quite a few good bumps. Just waiting for that right fish to come by at the right time. Well, actually, they're waiting for them to bring it in front of the right fish at the right time because they're out there dragging baits right now. Let's see, 10 after 7, 44 thumbs up, 43 awesome people watching Ryan. Big shout out to everybody out in chat. Thank you very much for hanging in and watching the contest go.
He didn't tell me this was a contest.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Hey, you got to add it up. It's, we're live on YouTube. You got to have some drama going in it. Even the chat's getting involved with throwing some shots. There's Hagen Grubbs Fishing saying, Ryan, it's not your fault. You're on Taylorsville Lake. So it's not your fault you're getting skunked.
Yeah, this is not Hagen's favorite place to fish.
Is it cold over there, Ryan?
It's a little cool over here, man.
That's not over here.
They're 100 yards apart. KY Redneck Outdoors says, can one of my fellow Kentucky anglers tell me, does the flathead shut down during fall and winter in Kentucky? I am new to the cold weather fishing.
They bite very slow. I think Ryan caught one back last winter. Suspended, didn't you, Ryan?
In February in 33-degree water. But it was a stroke of luck.
Lucky Ryan.
You see, they still need to eat. They just don't need to feed as much.
Yeah.
So there is still the chance. It's just very, very slim. Right now in the James, flatheads are tearing it up. We caught a couple of them the other night. The small one was 20 plus, and the bigger one, y'all just have to wait for the video on that one. But yeah, Stand 3 caught a 50 plus flathead last year in February.
Yeah, mine was like 2.5.
He was targeting more warmer waters. We've got some plants along with James, and there's some warmer water areas, and that's where he was targeting some of the fish up in there. Let's see. Catfish Cruise saying Taylorsville is my favorite lake.
Yeah, that's Dwayne. He lives close too. He's a good friend of mine.
There's Lee Evans, Catfish Kentucky Outdoors, says, how's the Kentucky boys doing?
The fish are winning.
That should answer that.
Yeah, I'm getting good at drowning my bait.
Mr. Kitty Whiskers is in the house. How's it going? How you doing? Buck Williams says, I thought I was watching Ryan and Ronnie. Or is this a real replay of the real time and Anglerholics? They didn't catch nothing either, just so everybody knows. Tim Molina is asking who won that one. Tim, I believe the fish won that one also. Mike Turner saying hello to Lee. There's Muskrat Adventures Fishing with Steve Mosley. How's it going? Thank you for coming in. Yep, Buck Williams says Tim Emmett was a double skunk. But I got faith. You're going to see some catfish on both these boats here in just a little bit.
I think a lot of what makes this lake so hard to fish is it's got so much bait in it. I mean, bait is just everywhere all the time.
You got Hagen Grubbs fishing, and that brings up a good point, Ryan. Hagen Grubbs fishing says, I like Taylorsville, but I do think it has went downhill over the past few years. It is still my home lake, though.
That's those noodle guys that Ronnie was talking about earlier. They are the jug noodle guys. They burn this place up, man. If
Hey,
you
I
come
like
out,
it when they leave their noodles, though. I make planer boards out of them.
nice planer boards too. You can probably see one of them right there.
Hey, we got S4, stand for Michael Murillo Family Fishing in the house, saying it really isn't fair to compare anyone to Stand 3. That dude is James River phenom. He has caught his fair share of big James River fish. That is for sure. Thank you very much, Michael.
Yeah, Hagen, that the noodles, man, they just, you come out here in a weekend in the summer and you can see it looks like stars around here lit up with glow sticks. I mean, they're just everywhere. You'll see 100, 150 noodles behind where I'm at right now. I mean, it's crazy. There's just so many. And they're regulated, but we don't have anybody to enforce the regulations.
Yes, and that that's a topic that can go on and on about, and there's some, a lot of people involved with that, trying to get the catfish to be considered more of a sport fish, like largemouth bass or stripers or et cetera, et cetera.
Of all the time I put in on the water, I've seen in the last year, I've seen a game warden and a park ranger here, one time each. They don't make an effort to enforce it out here.
Steve Douglas is saying, "You get him, Ryan."
Steve already knows.
Yeah. Catfish Crew saying, yeah, you can hardly drive the lake at night because of all the noodles.
Yeah, it's crazy out here.
Brian B. Catfishing saying, hello, everyone. Did I miss anything as I was driving?
You
Dragon baits.
missed Stan's story about a sturgeon he was talking about.
CVA in the house. How's it going? 46 awesome people watching. Thank you very much.
Everybody make sure and jump into Fishing with the Chad when this is over too. He'll be on we'll end right as he's coming on. So
got about 45 minutes left for that. 45 minutes left for that. Always a good time. Oh,
fish on.
Fish on. Ryan with the quickness jumping up there.
If I don't lose it trying to get the planer board off.
I told you we were going to see some fish on the boats. I had faith. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. I think Lucky Ronnie's going to be pulling one up here in just a second. Why, Central Valley, I caught that on a medium action Uncle Lou rod, which is right here.
There you go, Ronnie.
I thought you had big baits. Maybe I need to downsize.
Sometimes. Muskrat says, never doubted him for a second. Catfish Dude, Steve Douglas, y'all make it hard for me to edit my videos when y'all be getting the action.
That's that action that you
tap
from. Steve's like me. It don't take much to get him out of editing a video.
Yeah, I fall right into that category myself. It takes a whole lot to get me into editing the video, and I can get out of it real quick. You know, the whole bait thing, that's again, I think it's a confidence thing. Sometimes the downsizing the baits, especially when you get a drop in temperature and fish start slowing down, sometimes even the big fish will chase the smaller bait.
Board pulling up, I do. I done caught my planer board.
Muskrat, yes, we did. We actually went out there. One of the first times, well, I shouldn't say the first time, but what we're trying to do now, obviously, you know, you want your channel to keep growing. You got to have a good match of lives, videos, and even shorts now. So we specifically went out the other night. Would have been a great night for a live because we caught every fish that hit was 20 pounds plus, including a couple flatheads. But we have that. We have the footage from that. Stan 3 is editing that as we speak. So that will be dropping pretty soon. And it's awesome having those nights like that. But you know what's funny? Like I just said, we caught I think 7 fish. All of them were over 20 pounds. up to, well, there's a couple good ones in there. And, we had one fish get away. It was a big fish. And you know what? That one fish that got away is what makes you come back. At least me. It's like, man, that fish got away. You forget about the other ones you just caught. It's like that one got away. You want to go right back out there and get that one that you lost.
Revenge fishing.
Right? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But that seems to be, if the ones that get away.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy mine's like that. He sat on spot until he just can't sit there no more.
Yep. Yeah, and I think y'all are doing the right thing. A lot of times when that bite is tough, trying to get as many baits out there in front of active fish and moving around is a great way to do that. Yeah, without a doubt, that was a lot of fun. You have a plan. Stand 3 was trying to test the theory. And, you got to do it more than one time, but we try to keep, notes of what spots work at what times. And seems like this one spot, there's deeper water nearby. And we were catching fish up in like that 15 to 20 foot water. And it has to do with high pressure. And it seems like when there is the high pressure, they are up in those spots. So something that we're working on. But so far, it's been paying off. Fishing with the Chad. How's it going? He said, sorry, I fell asleep waiting on Ryan and Ronnie to catch a fish.
For the most important part.
Shade tree, that's exactly right. As long as there is bait in the water, there is hope.
That's right.
Unless you're Chad.
Woo! Shots going back and forth. Hooks and hammocks. Hook says, I had the pleasure of meeting Ronnie the other day at Taylorsville. He seems like good people. I don't know why he's friends with that Ryan character. I told you, Ronnie's going to be getting a fish here. I got faith. There's going to be a catfish coming up in Ronnie's boat here very shortly.
Be nice.
Brian be catfishing. Chad, it's nice to be nice. But Shade Chi, that's exactly right. As long as there's bait in the water, there's hope. Can't catch a monster from the couch, that's for sure.
Nope.
Chad, I don't know if I can even read that. Ryan was nice enough to ask me to come up here with him. I don't even know if I can read that about him. That's right, Roger. Where's that Kentucky Alliance now? That's I can't believe Chad even put that up there.
What did Chad put up there? Oh no, Chad. Not just the last 4. Yeah, wait, I only skunked out in one of them.
And there's Roger throwing it in there. Where's that Kentucky Alliance now?
Yeah. Chad lives in Ohio. If you notice all of his videos, he's on the Ohio River.
Now that you bring that up, I think you're right with that.
He's right on the line. So D lives in Kentucky.
So Kentucky is definitely accepting D, but Chad not so much. Is that what, I think that's what I'm getting out of this.
Yeah, that's the gist of it right there. I got another little dink on that rod straight behind the boat right there. Oh, I got rods going down everywhere.
Shade Tree Catfishing says he saw Ryan the day of the autism tournament. Muskrat Adventures. Ryan has broad shoulders. It's okay. Hooks and Hammocks says Ryan needs food delivered on the water to catch fish. And for those that don't remember, Hooks and Hammocks did a Chris and Telly. They made a special delivery of some food out there to Ryan that one day. Tim Molina saying, Brian B., you have to remember Chad had James Dockery as his co-host for quite a while. It's taken some time to reprogram him. Chad says, Tim, there's no hope for me anymore at all. Got 49 thumbs up there. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, please go on out there and do it. Let's make that at least 50. 39 people still watching.
What are we having live on Chad's show tonight? Has he got a guest that just Chad talking, or?
That's a good question. What are we going to see on the bait shop tonight, Chad?
Tim said he has hope for you, son.
I have hope for you, son. Fishing with the Chad said he invited everyone. Well, Ryan, did you get an invite?
I did not. I guess we're no one.
I did not get an invite either.
We're nobodies.
Oh, I see. It's everyone that was in the Slab Masters tourney that's coming up this weekend. That's right. So everyone that's in the bait tournament this weekend is going up on stage tonight.
The bait tournament.
There we go.
Is any of them going to be? Is any of them going to be selling their catches? Because I mean,
That's right. We've got some real fishing to do. Is anybody going to be? Well, they can donate. They can donate their bait.
Yeah, they can hide it.
Yeah, I got plenty of it.
Have you got any gills out, Ronnie?
No, not big on the gills.
Tim Molina. All kinds of shots being fired in chat now.
Tim.
I had to let that one go. I wouldn't be able to read it with a straight face. Fishing with Chad says that's what he wanted to call the tournament.
I bet Miss D had something to say about that.
Yeah.
Ronnie, are you getting dank tapped to death? He must be busy. Oh, he's catching a fish.
The Chad's #1 fan in the house. How's it going? Says I like you, Chad. Fishing with the Chad said I already can't get monetized, so maybe I should just change it and say the heck with it.
What do you need to get monetized, Chad?
I think he's still trying to figure that out.
I mean, does he need subs or watch hours or what?
No, he's got both of those when he applied for the monetization paperwork, which is anybody does when you get to that 1K mark. Just there's step by step that you got to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He has enough of everything. They just keep denying him, saying he doesn't meet community guidelines.
Because he's so angry.
Oh, well, we had Chad's #1 fan in here. Now we've got what's that?
Chad has a fan?
Yeah, apparently it was said the Chad is #1 fan. That was the name of the person in chat. Now we've got so that person was in here. Now we've got Chad's someone that does not like Chad says Chad can't beat me. Saying Chad who?
Chad. They're both Chad and his multiple personalities.
Oh. Hooks and Hammocks is saying, Chad, they don't monetize ogres.
I can't say nothing. Chad was feeling standing next to me. He said I made him feel short.
Well, getting hung up a lot.
Yeah, you're even a little taller than I am. And I'm about 6'2", 6'3", somewhere in there. Chunky Cat's fishing in the house. Elston says, Chad had angry face with him for way too long. You two only like smiley faces.
Did Chunky see my fish I caught, that 20-pounder I just pulled in earlier?
I'm not sure if he did or not. I think it was 22 pounds is the way it looked to me, but
Yeah, it was definitely at least 20.
Hooks is saying, so Ryan and I are about the same height.
Head to something. Same thing. Yeah, give me a head. I'll downsize, see if I can get a fish.
What your other bait?
I can hear you, Ronnie.
Vegan?
Hagen Grubbs is asking Ryan, is Lucky Ronnie the guy that he met at the boat ramp a while back?
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go, Hagen.
I had to think about that one. That's been a minute. Yeah, y'all go over and subscribe to Ronnie's channel too. Next time we go live fishing, we'll probably do it on his channel instead of mine. That way it gets him.
Chunky, it wasn't even a chunky style 20-pounder. It was probably a double, triple chunky. You had to weigh it 3 times to make it the chunky 20 style.
3 times chunky style to get that number.
It was a nice little channel cat, though. What was it? What do you think? About 5 pounds or so?
Yeah, chunky style. Go with 2.
I was trying, Ryan. I'm trying.
I'll go with 2.2 on that one.
He's like, okay, I saw that one. Hooks and Hammocks is saying, I would post Ronnie's link, but I don't have a blue wrench either.
I'm going to have to go on a blue wrench spree, ain't I? I'm taking bids on blue wrenches, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
Steve and Chris has already got theirs.
Well, dang, that's pretty good. That's I don't know how many other people are going to be able to meet that. I don't know if I could donate that many rod holders to get a blue wrench. Or rod. Chad or some other moderator that was lucky enough to get the blue wrench. If they could drop Lucky Ronnie's link, please. Thank you, Chad. There you go. There's Lucky Ronnie's link. This way, the next time that they go fishing together, you'll be able to pull that right up. It'll be probably going to be on Lucky Ronnie's channel. Hagen Grubbs says, Chunky, congrats on that big fish you caught. He rewatched it last night. Great fish. Yes, it was indeed. That was a big fish for sure. And Elston, we went live last night, and we had pretty similar success as we did the night before. Caught some 30-pounders, some 20-pounders. So we were pulling some fish in the boat. So
Every time I start back through there, the fish quits. It lets go. I don't know how that rod's even still got bait on
it. Yeah, we didn't go live till like 11.
The blue collar crowd don't get to watch those ones.
This is true. It's funny how you got the different crowds. You're exactly right. You got the early evening, that blue collar crowd's that early evening up to like the 8 o'clock show maybe. You got the overnighters where that was the show last night, like 11 to 3 in the morning or whatever it was. Then you got the early morning before the work show.
Let's see if I can do this. I want to show y'all how much bait's in here.
Fishing with the Chad said, gotta go prep for the show, a.k.a. grab a drink.
All right.
See you, Chad.
This is the bottom. This is all bait.
Wow.
Yeah. This time of year, your fish finder will actually go to reading and think that the bottom is like 4 foot deep and it's just bait that thick.
That's crazy.
But they're all about 3 inches long. It's all shad that's about 3 or 4 inches long. I call them net stoppers. They just stop your net up.
Fishing with Steve Mosley says, I try to catch a little of all the lives.
I try to, but it's hard to keep up nowadays. You're about the only one I know that can keep up with everything.
I try.
The mayor of YouTube.
Somebody's got to do it.
Between work and fishing more.
Yep. And we got Bobcat outdoors. Bobcat, hope you're feeling better. Says, good evening, catfish people.
He's another guy.
Let's see. We got Chunky Cats fishing. Doing the smack in the forehead saying, nobody has a wrench here. Steve Douglas, Chris, Hagen, Chunky, Muskrat, Brian B. Well, Brian B doesn't count.
In all honesty, if I knew like Brian B and them yet when I set the wrenches.
Yeah.
In all fairness, though, Lucky Ronnie is my best friend and he does not have a wrench.
So in other words, that call came in right before the L's.
Yeah. I was literally just searching through there trying to think of different YouTube names that I could use for wrenches. There's a fish. He stays hooked up.
Brian B says, Chunky, that's why you ain't got one. You stole my spot. Bobcat Outdoors. Yeah, I bump in and out. I honestly can't watch a 4-hour live. I can't sit still that long. Catfish cruise. It happened to me. I was in 30 feet of water, but the bait was so thick it showed 3 foot deep.
Welcome to the Ville.
And I think, yes, when you do see that much bait, sometimes it is better to back off of that a little bit.
Hooks are sharp.
Evan TV in the house. How's it going, Evan? Good to see you. Evan's been doing some, Evan TV's been doing some football reactions. Lucky Ronnie 2.0 is out there. Says, tell Ryan and Lucky Ronnie 3.0 is doing good.
Yeah, Lucky Ronnie 2.0 just had a baby. And naturally,
Got me a new grandbaby. Yep.
3.0.
Woo, congratulations.
Thank you.
And there's Lindsay right out there.
That's my wonderful woman.
Says, hey, everyone.
See, she don't even have a blue wrench.
Well, I got to be honest with this one. My wife doesn't have a blue wrench yet on my show, so.
just like that. Fish on Lindsay's rod, on the Paula Smith rod.
There we go. Fish on.
Fish on.
Ronnie said it worked, Ronnie. It worked.
Yeah.
Fish on, and boop, off it went.
He wasn't saying that in the couples tournament.
Yeah.
You got to be bringing up old stuff all the time.
Oh, Lindsay, you're in trouble now, Ryan. Lindsay said you better catch it.
It's a wrap.
Hey, Rod Knockers fishing out there. How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for watching. We got 53 thumbs up, 41 awesome people watching. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, you like what you're seeing, like you're having a good time, hit the thumbs up out there. One of the best ways you can help the channel. Brian B. Catfishing. Fish on, fish on.
I can't fish worth a lick.
Sweet doggy, sweet doggy.
That's how it is, man. I'll be out here fishing. I'll get a FaceTime and be like, I got a pig.
Lucky Ronnie 2.0. Has Lucky Ronnie caught anything?
Cold. 0. I caught bait earlier.
Jay Fox Hunter saying Ryan wife has a blue fry pan. A skillet. Bobcat says that's it. Yeah, that's really turned into like the that's really turned into like the best way to kind of shoot shots at your friend. They get a fish on, or they catching that sweet doggy, sweet doggy. Brian B is charging me $10 for stealing his requote. Yeah, I think Kaz has copyrighted that. Or he should. UKC Fishing with Big Dan in the house. How you doing, Big Dan? Good to see you. I will be right back. Now, just a warning. This is Jody. I am helping Pontoon Jody out later tonight, 10 p.m. on the Pontoon Jody channel. She has the Flathead Challenge. J-Dog is fishing there tonight.
Somebody post Jody's link.
But there we go. There she is.
What's up, Jody?
Somebody post her link up for her.
I've been helping her do the Flathead Challenge on Thursday nights at 10 p.m.
If only I had somebody with a blue wrench to post her link for me.
I know. I see all black lettering out there. I see no blue. Chunky Cat's Fishing said somebody post her link, and he did the forehead smack emoji.
Fix that tomorrow. Not while I'm at work, though.
Chunky says, now I know Ryan's a genius, just like me.
I said I was good at fishing, not technology.
There you go. I'm with you, Ryan. I'm with you. It took me a long time. Buck Williams says, wrenches? We don't need no stinking wrenches. Tim Molina says, I'm off to the Chad land where blue wrenches flow.
Is it time for Chad's show?
We got 7 minutes. It's 7:53 right now.
Come on, fish.
Are you feeling pressured now, Ronnie?
No pressure here.
No pressure here. What
Just
day?
trading that ride back to the truck.
Oh. Anybody know when Chad's tournament is?
It is, sorry about that. It is Saturday morning and Sunday morning at, I think, 9 a.m., possibly 8 a.m. Eastern. I'm sure somebody out there knows. I know it's Saturday and Sunday, the 6th and the 7th. Now Lindsay's getting in on the head smack thing. She says those two are probably tied together dragging out there.
No, a little bit away from me.
Hey, a blue wrench. Palmetto Cats is in. He's listening from the sound booth. How you doing, Kevin? Great to see you.
Oh. Hey, Kevin, can you post Pontoon Jody's link?
Yeah. Put all the links out there.
We seem to be short on blue wrenches.
Brian B. Catfishing saying hello to CatCon Kev. Who needs wrenching? Pontoon Jody. And definitely drop Lucky Ronnie's link if you can. Shade Tree Catfishing says 4 a.m. comes early. Good luck, guys. Be safe.
If anybody is needing a set of planer boards, Lucky Ronnie is making them, and that's actually what I'm pulling tonight. Is he's pulling his own planer boards too back there. They're the plexiglass. If I had one of them in the boat, I'd show you. Ronnie, you got one you can show them?
I ain't got one out. No, I've got all mine out right now.
But if anybody needs a set, hit me up on Messenger or Instagram or something. We'll work you something up. I guarantee them to catch at least one fish.
I got a blue screwdriver. Does that count?
Well, you can post half a link with that.
I got some blue channel locks.
Hey, there we go. We're getting closer.
As long as the boat ain't tight, you can turn it.
And yes, I am. I've been helping Miss Jody with the Flathead Challenge on Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Tonight we're also going to have my good friend LG Bass going to be co-hosting with me.
I'm gonna need some side counseling, Stan, if I don't catch a fish.
Well, we'll do that backstage. Oh, okay, Kevin, we get it.
What?
Kevin is in now. I understand what he's saying. He's in the sound booth, probably at church.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shooting star. Big old shooting star.
You better make a wish because you got about 2 minutes.
Palmetto Cat said, I can see Stan chuckling, and I know what that sounds like by heart. Bobcat Outdoors says, I need a set of boards. Tell me how to get them.
Hit me up on Facebook Messenger.
And that was you, Ryan, right?
Yeah, you can hit me up. My name is already in the thing. You just look up Ryan Bortz on Facebook, and it's a picture of me holding catfish. I think I have the picture of that double as my profile picture now.
And Ronnie, if people, what is the best way to try to get in touch with you if other people out there are looking for your boards?
They hit me up on Messenger. It's Ronnie and Carolyn Beckley.
Ronnie and Carolyn Beckley on Facebook Messenger. There you go. So there you go, Bobcat. No, we're good, Kevin. Thank you. There you go. Tiny Red took care of it. She said, or he can look up Ronnie and Carolyn Beckley on Facebook. Chunky Cat's Fishing saying Kevin is trying to use a Chunky Cat's famous line, driving and listening. We got about a minute. It's 7:59. It's awesome to see new people out there. Rod Knockers has been getting around to some of the different channels. Always great to see some new people. And Lucky Ronnie 2.0 is saying, Lucky Ronnie planer boards are quality boards. Y'all can hit him up. He has himself, and he has no issues with them. There you go, in case anybody's wondering what they look like. And we are at 8:01.
I just had a bite. He didn't want to hook up.
You're welcome, Bobcat. Well, actually, I guess it would be the fish were winning for quite a while, but Ryan did get one in the boat. It was about a 222-pound channel cat.
Just took Chunky style to a whole new level.
Yeah. Lucky Ronnie 2.0 said, yeah, and if he wasn't so stingy, he'd have more.
I actually do have another set of them. I'm just waiting on clips to come in for them.
All right, Palmetto. Have a great night. Thank you for coming in. Randy Patillo says more like 222 grams.
Two hundred
Got that
twenty-two more.
monster tonight, didn't you, buddy?
What was that you were saying, Ryan?
It's 222 grams more than the one Ronnie caught.
Ah, who's the greatest out here, Ryan?
And a hush falls over the lake.
What was it, Ronnie?
I said, who's the greatest?
What's that? I can't hear you. My audio is breaking up. I can't.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. That way, everybody can get over to Chad's show and show him some support too. We'll give Lucky Ronnie another chance this weekend, though.
Well, there you
I
go.
appreciate it.
And hanging out, Ronnie and Stan. I appreciate y'all coming in with me.
Oh, I had a blast.
We'll see y'all probably this weekend. We'll probably do a live this weekend after Chad's tournament or something, maybe. If not, we'll see y'all Thursday. If I can get to the button.